young student from the SP Jain Center of Management in Dubai Academic City was announced the winner of the 3rd Big Start Student Entrepreneur Competition in the year 2012. Aditi Sen's idea of a social enterprise to provide animal-assisted therapy for psychologically ill patients took top honors in the contest. She has received full funding, mentoring and support to establish her business in partnership with contest organizer Al Tamimi Investments. With a mission to make a difference, Aditi has launched her new social enterprise that celebrates dignity and worth of all living things with a view to change the lives of her clients for the better. Hello Aditi, welcome to the show.
Hi, my pleasure to be here.
Tell us about your journey in the Big Start competition.
Well, it started in 2011 actually, when Big Start was calling invitation from students for the competition. And I was studying in my college, SP Jain, which is again an academic city. That's where I saw the banners and the posters. I got interested. I always wanted to run a social enterprise, but never knew how to go forward, whether to do it at a later stage in my life or whether to do it right after my MBA. But nevertheless, I thought that, okay, let's give it a shot. And I do have an idea which is distinctly different from other people, so why don't I at least try? So that was the beginning. And in 2012, they were just calling for the applications. It took 6 months, the competition was 6 months long, and we had a couple of rounds. So started in 2011, I filled in the application. And there were a couple of applications, around 300 plus. So 21 applications were shortlisted based on the concept. I was one of them. Then all the 21 applicants, shortlisted applicants were called in for a formal meeting. And I met everyone. Everyone had a very traditional business concept, which was very commercial. Mine was the only social enterprise, and I was still thinking that will the investors actually realize value in my idea? And but I'm glad they did, and which is why I'm here. Yeah.
How exactly did you come up with the concept of animal assisted therapy?
So I basically, I had this seed of thought in my mind that I want to make a difference, and I wanted to do something for children, for elders, for depressed adults, and I was just thinking, what is that one thing, what can I do? Because I have so many ideas, and how can I do something which caters to all these people? And I was highly inspired by pets because I'm a complete pet lover. So I thought that, okay, why don't I combine my inspiration with my desire to make a difference to the community, and that's how the idea was born. And yeah, Big Star just gave me a big push to make my dreams come true.
According to you, what steps should a student take to become an entrepreneur?
Yes, like I said, you need to have a seed of thought. Again, sometimes your thoughts would be different than the traditional, ideas which run in the market. So at that point in time, it's important for you to actually research, what you're thinking, whether there's a demand in the market, whether your idea will run, provided you have the resources, what sort of investment you need, how do you see the growth of this idea. And I saw all that in my plan. I saw that in Middle East especially, there is low awareness levels for animals. There's actually no such therapy conducted here, so mine is the first one. So that's how it began. Yeah.
And it has been proven that animals are very...
Yeah, they're great stress busters, and every time I am with animals, I just feel so relieved, and they just take away my stress, so they're just so wonderful.
Yeah. And do you own a pet as well?
Oh yeah, I've owned pets all my life. So actually, when I was studying here, I really missed my pet, and that's what, I was like, I really missed her back so much, and I didn't find a lot of pet owners here. The awareness levels were low. Again, I read in papers a lot about mistreatment of animals, so I was kind of disturbed about that. Then I researched a lot, and I went to a couple of schools in Dubai. I found out how frequently they have something like this. So we have come up with education programs. We've come up with therapy programs. Recently we ran a spring camp for children with special needs. Again, everything nature-based, animal-based. So yeah, it's going good.
Tell us exactly what can one expect when they come to your stables at Sense, and what do they exactly do there? Do they just mingle with the animals?
So actually the idea started with serving psychologically ill patients. But again, whenever you're, running a business, a lot of things keep changing and you revise upon the ideas, you improve upon the ideas. So now we cater not only to psychologically ill patients, but also to children with special needs. So we conduct a lot of therapy sessions, home therapy sessions or sessions at our center. Usually how it runs is we've seen a lot of cases where children have autism and they come to us. So children have speech delays and they come to us. So we conduct, basic evaluation sessions wherein we evaluate how comfortable the client is with the pet and how are they responding. Sometimes children respond well. So we, evaluate their performance and their comfort level. Once that rapport is established between the therapist, which is very crucial, and the therapy animal, so we put them on an intensive treatment plan. So we work on the speech goals. If a child has problem with gross motor skills, then we combine a lot of physical activity goals in the plan, and that's how it runs. Yeah.
And what exactly was the process after you won the Big Start competition?
So yeah, like I said, I was doing my MBA. It was a 1-year program, 6 months in Dubai and 6 months in Singapore. So when I won Big Start, I was in Singapore. So it took me some time to finish my graduation. I didn't want to drop out of my MBA, so I took some time to finish that. That got done in November 2012. I was announced as a winner in June 2012. So I started post 7 months, right? I joined Altamimi Investments. Post that, it did take a lot of time because this being the first of its kind, this idea and this initiative in Middle East, we were scouting for places, we were scouting for people. So it did take us around, again, 7 months before we kicked off.
And they assisted you, Altamimi Investments, every step of the way?
Yeah, they've been quite supportive, and in fact, it's great to work with people who really believe in your idea. In fact, the chairman is a visionary who realized the potential in this idea, and for someone to fund, some 1,100 dirhams for this idea is not, it's not easy. So,
was this your first job or you worked before?
I did work before. So I come from a marketing background.
And directly then venturing into running your own business, that must have been something.
Yeah, so I come from a marketing background. I've completed. So my idea is just so different. It's born out of my passion and my love or my inspiration to do something good for the society. But yes, my qualifications are drastically different. So I'm an engineer by profession, and then I've worked in marketing sector in the IT industry for 3.5 years. I did my MBA, majored in marketing, but at the same time I wanted to do something of this sort, and yeah, so but again, I have therapists who work for me, and I'm the founder and the manager for this project. So I'm not doing the therapies, thankfully. I have qualified professionals working for me who run, who are probably, I'm lucky to find them because they are, a part of my vision.
How easy was it to find them here in this part of the world?
It was difficult. I mean, I connected with a lot of people all over the world because this therapy is practiced in countries like US, Europe, even India. Also, I connected with a lot of consultants, and they were very interested in helping us out, helping us to set this project up first time in Middle East, because they did see the value in this. And yeah, so I think it's through connections, it's through connecting with a lot of people. I did find the people who I was looking for. I still have a lot of people who are interested, who keep approaching me. We have a lot of programs wherein we involve interns, we involve volunteers. So yeah, it's working great. There's a lot of interested people.
That's great. I mean, it's a really good cause that you're working
And
for.
at such a young age.
Yeah.
And finally, tell us what advice would you give young entrepreneurs who want to start something unique, different, especially here in this part of the world?
Yeah, so I think whenever you want to start something different, firstly, starting a business is not easy. So you have to be really sure what you want to do and how you want to go forward. Starting something different is definitely not easy.
Yeah.
It's doubly, it's double the challenge. So you have to be really sure of what you want to do. Again, you have to be sincere because this becomes your life. So I remember, I think past 3 years, this has just been my life, day and night. When I was doing my MBA, I think I don't have a bigger takeaway rather than working on this.
Yes.
So yes, you have to put in a lot, but again, it gives you immense pleasure when you see things working, when people want to know more about your idea. Recently, we had this one journalist who spent a day with us,
Okay.
traveling with us, meeting our clients, just getting to know how our
Documented
day
your entire day.
looks like.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, that just motivates you to do
Yeah.
better, and
Especially when
Definitely.
it's something that you're passionate
Yeah.
about, as you are. So thank you, Aditi, for being on our
Thank
show.
you.
thanks
So
for calling me over, and I hope this show inspires budding entrepreneurs.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks.
With this, we come to the end of the second segment. Up next is an exclusive interview with Professor Vinod Saxena, former Vice Chancellor of Jivaji University in Gwalior. Stay tuned.